Hi, Larry, Kate, and I are here. Quick one. We were at Accelerate this week, and we did an Accelerate video that Kate will be sharing with everybody. But a quick, some ideas of what's going on. But first, I want everybody. We're going to try to attach this to the video. Why did the Lakers leave Minnesota? We had the Minneapolis Lakers years ago, and they won the national NBA championship in 52 and 54, 52, 3 and 4, three straight titles. But they ended up moving away, and they ended up moving away in I think the late 58, around 61 or the late 50s. The problem was they didn't have a place to play. They were traveling around, and they were almost like remember the article we had about the Eskimos, the Duluth Eskimos that saved the NFL? Well, these guys maybe didn't save the NBA, but they saved the Los Angeles Lakers. But we lost them because we really didn't have a place for them to play. And they couldn't average enough. I think they only needed to have like $7,000 a night or a tendency to raise $7,000 per game to break even. But they made less than $5,000. So after all the years with George Mikan and all the champs that they had, they had some very, very awesome players back in those days. But they moved and they left, and then they got the Timberwolves finally back, and now they're kind of the talk of the town because they're in the NBA West Division or whatever finals now playing Dallas. So it's that time of the year and it's exciting time. So I got that to Kate so she can send it and you can read about that history. So, you can see how Minneapolis Lakers saved LA and the Duluth Eskimos saved the NFL. Couple more thoughts. 3 more days, or probably 2 by the time you get this. Marketing put out ASB pop-up store, so it's for ASB sales associates, employees to buy Edwards garments on there. It's an OMG pop-up site, but it's just for ASB employees and sales associates. Also, Memorial Day. I'm sure marketing had a Memorial Day greeting that you could send out to your customers and say, Happy Memorial, safe and happy Memorial Day. But it's a kind of a special holiday, and we should think about it because it's whether you believe in the war, any war or the war or a war. If you have a difference of opinion on it and why, well, we shouldn't be there. I mean, I kind of grew up during the Vietnam crisis and I didn't think we should be there. Well, whether you're there or not, there's a lot of people that went and a lot of people that served. And they served out of their love of country and out of their belief that we have the best model of any government that's in the world. Whether our leaders are always the best or the smartest or make the right decisions or not, it kind of is the best option and choice. So if you have to believe in it, you serve. And so they serve for our freedom and our autonomy as a country. We fight a lot amongst ourselves, but if somebody attacks us, we pull together real fast because it's about each other and us. We're like a family as a country. And I always say that about the American family. It's very, very similar. And I started the American family in 81, maybe not with a vision and where we were going, but it was really to live my American dream, but drive it for the good of my customers, my family, and me, and build a business and build a future. And fortunately, God's been good to us and watched over us, but he also has led us to be that amoeba and the ability to look around and figure out that, well, nothing's perfect and we're all snowflakes and different. So how do we make something that is optional about choices and really is about the face in the mirror? And how do we do that? So now when we built Americans, so you could live your American dream with the American family in America. And so it's a good time this weekend to kind of reflect and be thankful and just about all the stuff around you. Doesn't have to be about work or business, but your family, other people things that people that have touched you, things that have value. You know what value is. And so if it gives you value, you got value, you give value back. So what goes around comes around. You got to make it happen and try to make your little Mayberry better than you found it. And finally, also we had Accelerate this week, started on Sunday, Monday, and it goes through to, I think people travel home Thursday. 28 vendor suites. One of the third or fourth Accelerate shows for people trying to build their business, support staff, people that are buying, that aren't salespeople but have relationships with vendors. Those people are trying to give more education and help to. If you just started with American, or you're $0 to $1 million in that range trying to grow, that's what this is about. It's all in-person value. And so the 28 vendors that paid to be there and give up their time and energy to help you, we want to thank them. And we want to thank the overall 80 attendees, but really the 70 or so sales associates who gave up of their time to go find something for their customers. Now, I want to say one thing to all sales associates. The team spends a lot of time organizing, structuring, and putting this together. And we had some people that registered but didn't show up. Now, fortunately, we overbook a little bit, so we got some flexibility, but it's really not fair to the team, to the vendors, or anybody else. We know life happens, and we know that, family emergencies. I get that. But you know what? What's really hard to understand is that if someone has done this and had family emergencies or some other good excuse, but they've had 3 in a row or 3 different meetings in a row, that really makes it harder for other people. Because if we don't overbook and have somebody slip in that slots, it hurts the hotel. We got to pay for the rooms. We got to pay. Maybe we didn't pay for airline flights or anything, but we pay for a lot of other stuff. And the vendors get shorted because they expect everybody to be there. So I'm just saying, you look in the mirror. Everything begins and ends with the face in the mirror. If the face in the mirror says, "Oh, that Larry's full of crap. I'm not the guy he's talking about," forget what I said. But if the face in the mirror says, "You know what? I really shouldn't have signed up because I really didn't think I was going to go." Okay? You can always change your mind at the last minute, because we had some of those where we said, "I got a customer, I'm doing an ACES site, and that's so important. I'm so stressed." I told the salesperson, "Call Emily, tell her that you have to cancel because the customer has the money, and the customer is more important than any show or any Accelerate or anything else. So stay home, take care of the customer." But a lot of people didn't say that, didn't come up with the excuse. They just signed up, then didn't book a flight and didn't go. That's not fair, and especially if it's happened multiple times. So I'm just saying, you're the one with the face in the mirror. You got to answer that face. And so if you're comfortable with that, then fine, we'll find another way to take care of things like we do, and it'll all work out, and we'll still have a great show. But think about it. It comes down to the smallest entity, and I always say that we're like a chain. We're as strong as our weakest link. And if a weak link is there, it affects the whole chain and affects all of it. So it's our job to help make those weak links stronger any way we can, no matter what it is. How do we do that? We only do it together, because without each other and without being a people business, we're pretty weak and we don't have much, because we're all in this together. And like Red Green said, keep your stick on the ice, because we're all into this together. So anyway, big hugs for your family and your remembrance and memories and thoughts this weekend, and say a special thanks to somebody that has affected you, your family, your community, or our country. Thank you. Have a great day and a great weekend. Peace and love.